All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. I've been out for a couple days, man, sick under the weather, but that ain't stopped Terence Crawford from throwing a temper tantrum. Man, I'm losing respect for this dude, Terence Crawford, man. It's been like, dude, just do right, man. There's just no need for all of this drama. He's going off, got his friend popping off at the lip on a video, and then I see some other texts, some other tweets that he put out there about Errol Spence Jr. telling him to pull his panties up or something like that. Dude, just fight somebody, Terence Crawford. Dang, just fight somebody, man. Stop crying. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. All right, man, we're gonna cut to the chase a little bit here, man. Let me read something with that Terence Crawford said, man. Look, Terence Crawford is, dude, you gotta grow up, man. There's just no other way for me to say this. You can't get mad at people for wanting to see you fight somebody. Anybody that is a top-notch guy, man. Not just the person that you want to fight, but to fight anybody that is a top fighter, man. But listen to what Terence Crawford says. You keep defending him because I'm going to tell y'all now, and I mean what I say, when that day come and I knock him, I want all y'all to keep the same energy, because he gonna cry in the car. He wasn't built for this shit I got over here. Just watch me show the world and stop using effing promoters, managers, and advisors for that weak ass excuse y'all doing it. They work for us, y'all dumb MF. If y'all really want if you really want a fight, you tell them I don't give two Fs. That's who I want to fight. Let your nuts drop. You say you your own boss at Errol Spence. Okay, man, let's start here with something, man. If that's the case, then you should have told him to fight Manny Pacquiao. Okay? If Bob Arum works for you, Terence Crawford, then why did he kill the Manny Pacquiao fight? Just a question. If he works for you, why did he kill the Manny Pacquiao fight? Bud, you work for Bob Arum. It ain't the other way around. If Bob Arum doesn't want you fighting Errol Spence Jr., doesn't want you fighting Sean Porter, doesn't want you fighting somebody, you're not fighting them. Okay, all of the cliche tropes that you want to throw out there ain't gonna change the fact, dude, that Bob Arum is on tape saying that he is the reason you didn't get to fight Manny Pacquiao. So if you want to blame somebody for not getting you a fight, you should look at your own promoter. But let's talk about this Errol Spence thing. Errol Spence Jr. just had a car accident, man. Didn't he? Didn't he just have a car flip over several times and just got out of there blessed to be alive? And do we actually know when Errol Spence Jr. is going to be back to fight? He said sometime in May, sometime in June. Do you want to be the first one that fights Errol Spence Jr. off of a horrific accident? Or do you want to fight Errol Spence Jr. when Errol Spence Jr. is set and ready to go, 100% ready to fight you? Or you want him fresh off the car accident? Sounds a little suspect to me. But regardless, you want him fresh right off the car accident, but you can't get that. Okay, if you can't get that, what else are you gonna do? Fight nobodies? Just continue to do the same thing that you've been doing for the last 3 years and fight nobody? Not built for this. Who have you beaten? I mean, and I hate to do this because I feel like I sound like an Anthony Joshua fan saying something to Deontay Wilder. But what Terence Crawford is doing is actually not fighting anybody. Terence Crawford gets upset when you talk about him fighting Sean Porter. Sean Porter. He gets upset at the idea of anybody asking him to fight anybody. But Errol Spence Jr. is, because Bud Crawford is the great Bud Crawford. The great Bud Crawford gets to fight who the great Bud Crawford wants to fight, and that's it. What if Errol Spence Jr. didn't come back? then what? Then it's just Aegis Kalvanakis, it's another Aegis Kalvanakis, it's another Jeff Horn, it's another David Benavidez, it's another Amir Khan, it's another Julius Ndungo, it's another Felix Diaz, it's another Victor Postol, it's another Thomas Delorme. Dude, you don't fight nobody, man. For all of it, and this is the thing, and I'm just being just straight up on this one. Look, man, I can go through and name tough fights that Errol Spence Jr. has had. I can go through and name many tough fighters that Manny Pacquiao has fought. I can name many tough fighters. I can name tough fighters that Sean Porter has fought. Tough fighters that Keith Thurman has fought. Tough fighters that Danny Garcia has fought. I cannot name a single tough fighter that Terence Crawford has fought. Not a single one. Not a single one. Yuriokis Gamboa, a guy that moved up from 126 pounds, moved up 2 weight classes to meet Terence Crawford at a weight which is 2 weight classes down from where he was going to wind up. Terence Crawford and Yuriokis Gamboa are not remotely the same size of fighter, man. That was a weight game. 135 pounds. If you look at the picture of Terence Crawford at 135 pounds, he's completely emaciated. His whole thing at 135 pounds was a weight game. But people aren't built for this? Dude, come on, man. You just make it so tough. It makes it so tough to support him. And I had supported Terence Crawford. I had called him the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. But if you're looking at what Terence Crawford is doing versus what Vasily Lomachenko is doing, it is very tough to make an argument that Terence Crawford is fighting the same level of competition. And I don't think the highest of Vasily Lomachenko's competition. But at least he's got a Jorge Linares, and at least it's somebody that was decent at that weight class that held a belt at 135. Come on, man. And if you can't blame, and then here's the other portion of this. You're actually blaming people for your own decision. I mean, that's just some kid shit. Terence Crawford is blaming people for his decision to sign with Top Rank. What sense does that make? You're telling people that don't use your promoters as an excuse. Dude, what are you talking about? Nobody but you in the welterweight division who had an opportunity to not sign with Top Rank decided to sign with Top Rank. He's the only person that made any conscious decision that kept him away from those fights in anybody's mind. Okay, for people that want to act like the promotional issues don't cause and don't stop fights from happening, and that's just people's imagination, it happened within Top Rank. I mentioned that in the early portion of it. But so if you give any credence to the fact that fighting for 2 different promotional companies can cause a problem with fights happening, and you don't believe that, man, just look at Deontay Wilder and Eddie Hearn. I have almost no doubt that fight could have been made if Deontay Wilder signed with Eddie Hearn. And that's what Eddie Hearn said. This fight would be a lot easier to make if I had both of them. Man, the fact that there are 2 people there are promoters that are on both sides, that have in-house fights. Come on, man, look at the lightweight division. The whole lightweight division is dang near tied up in Top Rank. The whole middleweight division is dang near tied up on DAZN. The whole welterweight division is tied up in the PBC. 154 pounds, the PBC has that. People can act like that doesn't exist. That's fine. And say, oh, you're a fan. We don't care about that. But look, man, when somebody starts blaming other people for decisions that they make, man, that's just too far. That's just too far. Dude, you had the opportunity to fight Errol Spence Jr. First of all, you have the opportunity to fight Errol Spence Jr. because he said he'd fight you. But you got the opportunity to fight Sean Porter now, but you won't fight him. Because he's your friend. Second of all, because they can't make you. Third, what has he done? And 4, Danny Garcia is really a better fighter. Nah, man, I don't believe you, man. I don't believe you. You got your friend. What kind of dude does, what kind of bullshit, what kind of BS is that, man? You got your boy jumping, you are holding a camera, filming your boy talk crap about boxers that will beat the piss out of him. Okay? What sense does that make, man? You literally, that is some super clown, that's a super clown move. I had to watch his video a couple times. And then I was like, man, why do people keep putting this video out? I mean, this is just somebody that is giving an animated argument about, as a Bud fan. But then I heard Bud's voice in the background and say, talk about Manny Pacquiao. Bud, why aren't you doing that? Why do you got this dude hopping around, talking crap to everybody? And not you. I mean, dude, that is seriously was some of the weakest shit that I've seen, man. That's like if I got a beef with somebody on the internet, dude, I get my son and I put my son's face on camera and I have him talk crap about them and then I press send, but I didn't say anything. Dude, if you're gonna talk, just what's wrong with saying something yourself in the camera? Nah, man, it's hard to support Bud, man. I know this is a little bit of a rant one, man, but for real, the combination of this, blaming people for decisions that you make, refusing to fight good, solid fighters that are there. Okay, Sean Porter will fight you. Danny Garcia would have fought you if you got your promoter to pay him enough money. But I just don't get him, man. Seriously, I know there's a lot of pressure on Bud right now, man, but you just making some crazy decisions, man. That video, this tweet is one thing, man. Just whatever. You probably had your boy write that. I mean, geez, man. Did you actually write that or did your boy write that? Ridiculous, man. Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Man, stop having temper tantrums, man. And with that, I'm out. Peace.